When you don't know, you just kind of give Alex the credit for it. But if you have to write the book, you have to live the book. And what I'm really excited about is starting to just look at my calendar and just talk about what we are talking about. Like what you and are planning on launching is talking about what we are doing day to day. And I think that is the thing that people are missing. They don't see that. They see a lot of the how-to stuff, which is cool, but they don't see the what did you do to help your business grow. So I'm looking forward to living the book and writing the book simultaneously.
Heck yeah. I'm excited too. And I think also just like for everyone that follows you, like, it has been like niche content, but like, and if you just take the word real estate out of any piece of your content, like so many people come to our events and they're like, saying that, oh, I follow Sharon. I'm like, are you in real estate? They're like, well, no, but he's got good. And I'm like, you're smart because that's what happened with Alex is like,
The early days of Gym Launch, I had
yeah.
a lawyer stop me and he's like, "Hey, I listened to your podcast." I was like, "The Gym Secrets podcast?" And they were like, "Yeah, it all applies." And I was like, "Well, yeah, but I say gym and membership rather than contract and services." And they're like, "Yeah, you just swap the words, like, duh." And I was like, "Huh, well, that's great." But but I mean, Sharon, like, I'll just one of the things that also made Chiron unique for this situation is that he also he understood content, he understood personal brand, which is how do you take like when you talk about unicorns, it's like okay, you find somebody who's the Michael Jordan at real estate, which is a massive market, but then also has the ops side of running the businesses that capitalize on those opportunity, which is pure private equity, like how do we, increase enterprise value within the business and the ops itself of the people, the hiring, the recruiting, the marketing, sales, all of those components. But then there's also the like, oh yeah, and one of those companies was also a public company. And so then there's the public securities, public market, which also he happened to have this experience at Goldman Sachs for years before that. So he has kind of like the bottom up approach of like what it's like on the floor of of kind of like the businesses that deal with the markets, and then also being the target of those products and services that are sold. So it's like this 360 view from a business perspective, but then in terms of, okay, that's all amazing, but maybe if Sharon were 80, he wouldn't be able to come into this, our current context and understand the dynamic nature of how business is continually, changing and evolving, especially with where attention is going and how how acquisition works in general right now. And so, Real was built largely, or at least in recent, on the back of a lot of Sharon's speaking engagements and his personal brand that brought in a lot of people to the company, right? And so being able to marry all of these ideas and then appropriately value each of them so that we could mix those things into the most valuable thing for an entire audience or consumer base is just it's like how do you recreate that? It's like, oh, I just need another person who had who's an immigrant who isn't afraid to work, came here, was dumpster diving in the beginning, and then also was able to go to one of the best schools in the U.S. and then go to the best bank or what is considered the best investment bank in the world, and then also do the private growth 2 times to $1 billion level and do it publicly. It's just like and also have the personal brand and also be someone that we like really get along with and share the values. It's like yeah, let's just wait for the next Chiron before we try and bring somebody in to do what we want to do. And so it's like you don't find another Chiron, and if you do get the opportunity to find another Chiron, call me and don't bring them. But no, we're just we're super pumped.
So excited.
Yeah, to have it.
Like just genuinely, I think, uh, not going too much into my own, but like it's just been so fun, even though I know it's hard and there's a lot of it's still been fun. I remember it was like your 4th day. One of the members of our facilities teams messaged me and he was like, I just want to say you seem lighter. Like you just seem like you're smiling more and you just seem brighter. Like, is this because Sharon's here now? And I was like, oh my gosh, I think it is. I was like, I'm just excited. It's fun.
That's awesome. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I'm excited to build Acquisition.com 3.0.
3.0.
3.0?